we were strange children.
That's an
Wouldn't you say?
understatement.
Wouldn't you say?
We used to throw fake weddings all the time.
We threw a lot of fake weddings.
Which I guess is not that uncommon for kids to do, but we got married to each other.
You married our dad.
Yeah, that's weird.
We also married our Barbies, stuffed animals.
The Barbies married each other. We didn't marry the Barbies.
We did the wedding ceremony, though.
I just didn't want that to get confused by people.
We did not ourselves marry the Barbies. The Barbies were married to each other. We also used our mom's digital camera to take maybe 150 photos of every single wedding guest who attended said wedding, and of the wedding ceremony as well.
Yeah, and I had to go through and delete every single one of those photos. Years later.
Yes.
It was horrifying.
You know what we also used to do? We pretended to be orphans a lot.
Yeah.
Like, way more than a person should pretend to be an orphan.
And, we had a good childhood environment.
Yes.
It was not anything like that, but we used to pretend that our bitty babies were our siblings.
Yes.
And we were an orphan family. Our couch used to be the bus.
Our basement was also the thrift shop that we had to shop in to get cheap things, like a Salvation Army or a Goodwill-esque scenario.
Now that I'm thinking about it, what was wrong with us?
I think we just really liked making up stories.
Right, but why were we so obsessed with being orphans?
I liked Annie.
Maybe. I guess that could have been it. Or maybe, I was almost going to say Madeline, but she wasn't an orphan.
She was.
She was, right?
Yeah, she lived in an orphanage.
Right, so maybe that's why.
In an old house in Paris, all covered with vines, lived 12 little orphans in 2 straight lines.
2 little dines?
Lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines.
Okay, sure.
I believe that's Miss Clavel, yes.
But maybe we just, because we watched it so much and read about it, we just were fascinated with the subject.
And we also did a lot of blended families, where our American girls were our children, and we became married, like a Brady Bunch-esque scenario. We also liked the Brady Bunch as well. It's possible that we just liked the idea of the non-traditional family that we had.
You know what else we used to do?
What?
We used to record our own radio show.
We did used to record our own radio show.
And maybe that was the beginning of our step into podcasting.
What we would do is, when we were children and had to share a room, which we had to continue to share a room, we're literally sharing a room while I'm home right now. Nothing's changed. But we would shove our beds together to make a giant stage, and then we would have our radio cassette tape player where we would record our music concert and radio shows.
And also, my mom offered to get us actual beds, but for some reason, we really liked just sleeping on a mattress on the floor. So for probably a year, we just had 2 mattresses on the floor.
No, we had 2 mattresses until I was 8 years old, because that's when we got our bunk bed.
But I'm wondering now if maybe they couldn't afford a bed.
I don't know.
And it just worked out that we liked sleeping on the floor.
I think we liked being able to shove the beds together, and we also liked jumping from one bed to the other.
Maybe. But yeah, so maybe we were always meant to be podcasters.
I doubt that.
Probably not.
But you know what we did like? The Spice Girls.
Yes.
And we talked about that on our radio show. Britney Spears, Spice Girls, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, all the great early 2000s, late 90s teen heartthrob groups and singers that all 4 to 5-year-olds should be aspiring to be.
Yeah, I was a big Scary Spice fan.
Of course.
I think you were more the sporty.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
It's been so long.
That's true. But yeah, so I feel like we were very bizarre kids.
That's just a taste.
I mean, we're not mentioning a majority of the things we did, probably for good reason.
Yes.
We don't need therapists reaching out to us.
Please, if you want to sponsor us and give us free therapy, we will accept.
We will gladly take the sessions because we know we need them. Hello.
Welcome.
This is Reshirts. Reshirts? This is Research, Rank, and Repeat.
I'm Melissa,
And this is Hannah.
and we're here with another strange podcast episode. A long time coming.
I wish I could say I was excited about this one, but I have a horrible fear that when I wake up tomorrow morning, I may never be the same.
It's entirely possible.
We are going to be eating 8 Lunchables.
We're eating 8 Lunchables. I'm not sure if this episode is coming out before or after our childhood drinks, but we got this idea that we should revisit things from our childhood. And Hannah decided that, hey, we used to eat Lunchables. We should eat them as adults and see how well they hold up.
And so we made ground rules. We have to eat everything included in the Lunchable. You cannot add anything to the Lunchable.
We're also not allowed to heat up or do anything to the product.
Which apparently they make hot dog Lunchables.
Thank God.
I am happy to say we could not find them at our local store, meaning we do not have to try them.
Thank God, because I would have thrown up if I had to eat a cold hot dog.
However, saying that, we did find chicken nuggets.
Which, barf.
Yeah. And all they supplied us with was ketchup.
And it's about a thimble's worth of ketchup. And as a person who hails from the Midwest, ketchup is his lifeblood. And I will use so much ketchup with anything that I use it with.
Ketchup is hot sauce for Midwesterners.
Yes.
But
Yes, it
we
is.
love our ketchup. I would even take ranch at this point.
I would too, but we can't add anything.
We can't. So basically, we're just going to go through and eat these. We did get 2, I guess, adult version of Lunchables, just to kind of have a baseline.
Also a palate cleanser once we've eaten
Yes.
all these children's meals.
But yeah, we're going to go through and eat them. And I guess
We
should...
established a preset order that we were going to eat them in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you our 8-course meal. Our first course, we'll be starting with ham and American cheese crackers.
Boo.
And then we'll be moving on to the turkey and cheddar crackers.
Yay.
These also include a cookie.
Yes.
So we will have to try the dessert that comes with it.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. The ham and cheese comes with a cookie, a chocolate chip cookie. The turkey and cheddar comes with gummy worms.
Which everyone knows turkey and cheddar goes amazing with gummy worms.
I don't know why they wouldn't give you a cookie. But next, sadly, we have chicken dunks.
Which come with an Oreo.
Gross. Then we move on to our next round of courses, course 3, which will be the pizzas. We have extra cheesy pizza, which comes with a mystery flavored airhead, and then extra pepperoni pizza.
Which does not come with anything extra.
It's just the pizza. Our next course, finishing off our Lunchables of the children variety, is nacho cheese dip and salsa. Keep in mind, this has to be eaten cold.
And keep in mind the cheese has been processed for 10 years, and it will clog your system for 10 years.
Yes. I'm not pooping tomorrow.
Probably won't poop for a week.
Our final course is the adult menu. We have Hillshire pepperoni snacking small plates.
It comes with uncured pepperoni, white cheddar cheese, and some toasted rounds.
Fancy. And lastly, to finish off, we have Oscar Mayer turkey and Asiago cheese.
With some whole wheat crackers, and it has 17 grams of protein.
Wow.
So I'm going to be like the Hulk after this.
And great news is we have water ready to go to cleanse our palate in between each course. We also are not going to be eating all of these because we don't want to die. We just need to taste and at least take a few bites of everything given to us on our course's palate.
Yes. So we're going to start with the ham and American crackers.
All right, and we are doing an unboxing.
We are getting our first look. My God, the cheese is one clump.
It certainly looks like American cheese.
The ham looks like nipples.
my god. We're gonna start. I don't remember thinking about that. Oh my god. At least it looks like a Chips Ahoy cookie. You think? Like it's Chips Ahoy.
I don't know.
Wait, what does it say? It just says chocolate chip cookie. It looks like a Chips Ahoy, like the crumbly.
I love how it says Oscar Mayer lean ham, water added.
Great. All right, hit me up with 2 crackers, piece of cheese, and a ham.
And then we'll split the cookie after.
Yeah. Oh, there's 2 cookies. We each get
Oh,
one.
perfect. Here's your cookie.
All right, give me my cookie.
Okay.
How does it smell?
It smells like... Oh, God. Just smells like a locker room.
Now, we did eat ham today for a early dinner. Do you think that will impact our ranking of this ham?
I don't like ham. I'm concerned at how hard it is to get the cheese apart.
Do you think we need 2 pieces of
Maybe
cheese?
I would do 2.
Yeah, I think
to
we
really
need
mask
a
that
double
ham.
double up on that
Does
cheese.
that mean we have to eat 2 pieces of ham?
No, because
No.
the ham's pretty
Okay.
thick.
This ham's a little slick.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Bottoms up. It's very dry. Although
It is very dry.
I'm not mad about that.
Of all the Lunchables, I figured the turkey and the meat and cheese and crackers would be my favorite because even as adults, I love eating cheese and crackers. But I also like cured meats. I'm not a huge fan of the ham, but together as a sandwich of crackers, it's fine.
It's fine.
I could eat it. I probably wouldn't love it, but
I
I'd
wouldn't
eat it.
pick it.
Yes.
That cookie's very crunchy.
Oh.
It seems like it's been in there for about a year. We did check all the dates on these containers because God forbid we should get food poisoning from one of these Lunchables.
This just tastes like your standard run-of-the-mill Chips Ahoy cookie. Maybe it's a little expired. It's a little tough, but I like chocolate, so
Will do.
fine.
Okay, so now we are moving on to the turkey and cheddar, which as a kid this was one of my go-tos.
This was my favorite Lunchable as a child, was the turkey and cheddar cheese. It didn't used to come with gummy worms, though.
No, it didn't. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it used to come with Oreos.
You know what concerns me already?
What?
Gummy worms and gummy bears when they're cold. I used to get them in ice cream.
Oh, and
It's
they kind of
like-
get really hard.
It's like hard. I'd rather have them like gooey in my pocket. Okay, so we are going to assemble our Sammys.
Okay. Now, are these the same type of crackers as that we got with the first one? Or do they seem a little different?
It just says crackers, so
Okay.
I don't really know. But I can tell you that the cheese is cheddar instead of American.
Which, good,
This
because
is better.
cheddar is clearly the superior cheese.
It does actually look like cheddar cheese.
It also breaks a lot better than the American cheese
that
did.
turkey is slimy. More than the ham.
Yeah, well, that's fair, though, for turkey lunch meat is certainly slimier than ham.
Okay, let's try this one out.
All right, bottom is up.
I understand why they give you a drink with these because they're very dry.
Yeah, the turkey and cheddar with the crackers is still as dry as the ham, but taste is better.
I would agree the taste is better. My gummy worm fear is a little bit realized. It's not actually as hard as I thought it would be. That's what she said.
Was it as girthy?
Okay. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen.
You didn't even react. You just looked.
God forbid Mom ever listens to this.
You started it.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that.
You know, and the gummy worm was fine.
Yeah, it actually wasn't bad.
It's a dessert.
I might save one of these for later in
Yeah.
case I need a little cleanse.
Hit me up in my dessert pile.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, honestly, it was fine. If I was in a pinch and I was desperate for something and that's all that was available was just Lunchables, I'd be okay with that.
Just to give you something in
Right.
your stomach.
Just to tide me over until I could eat real food.
All right, this next one is the one that we are most dreading. Mostly
I'm-
because it's a chicken nugget that we cannot heat up.
I'm terrified of this one.
Although they do give us an Oreo.
Just one Oreo or 2 Oreos?
Here's 2.
Okay.
Oh my. It smells like...
It smells like Burger King.
Yeah, but like Burger King if you ate it the next day.
Burger King definitely has the worst chicken out of all the fast food places we went to as children.
I think they're double stuffed Oreos, which is nice.
Oh, good. That's the only way you should get Oreos.
So we definitely need to douse this in ketchup.
Oh, no. Alright, give me all the ketchup you got.
Okay, cheers.
Why does this ketchup taste bad? There's something about cold chicken tenders or chicken nuggets that's the most unsatisfying thing in the world. Because I can eat cold chicken, like a rotisserie chicken, and a chicken salad is fine, but when it's put into tender or nugget form. It just is not right.
I think it's the fact that it's breaded, and also
Yeah.
the fact that it's just a bunch of chicken bits ground up. And when you can heat it up, you can at least, like, pretend it tastes good.
Does it say what kind of ketchup it is? Because if it's Hunt's, I'm not going to be thrilled.
It shows ketchup with starch added.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever ketchup it was not Heinz. It's
No,
not
it was
this-
gross.
Oh, I think this is a double stuff, so at least they did something right. Oreo's the best thing I've
Need
had
to
so far.
cleanse the palate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're moving into the pizzas, which we didn't really get the pizzas.
I honestly don't know if I've ever had the pizzas, to be honest. It never appealed to me even as a child. I knew better. Now, let's talk about the kind of pizzas we did make. We made a lot of bagel pizzas.
Yeah, and those were always good.
Yes, but because you're using pizza sauce and heating them up in a microwave and using real cheese as opposed to whatever this is. Now, does it say to heat it up? Are there directions for heating? I'm just curious. Or is it only supposed to be eaten cold?
No, you don't heat it. There's literally no directions. I'm going to make my pizza and then I'll hand it to you so you
Okay,
can make
sounds
yours. We did get a white mystery airhead, which in my opinion, those are the best ones. All I know about this pizza sauce is it tends to be very, like, sweet. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
really taste like
Tomato,
Right.
herby pizza
because it's
sauce.
made for kids, so they want, obviously...
Now, Hannah, you're a connoisseur of airheads,
Yes.
specifically for breakfast.
Yes. So at college, I used to, sometimes in the mornings, just eat airhead, and usually a single airhead before I go to class, which I know is not great, but I don't like to eat in the morning. I always feel ill. I can't usually eat for like 2 hours unless I wake up at like noon.
No, see, that's very interesting because I'm someone that if I don't eat in the morning, I can't function.
Right.
I get really cranky and I can't think straight. So I've always been someone that I don't need to necessarily eat like a big breakfast. I do love a big breakfast, but a granola bar, cereal, yogurt, something, you know. Now, why do they give us more of the white cheese than they do of this yellow cheese?
I'm not really sure, and it doesn't even say what kind of cheese. I'm assuming it's like a mozzarella
And
cheddar.
like a cheddar? But why? This is the double cheese pizza?
This is extra cheesy pizza.
Okay, extra cheesy pizza that we're eating now.
Maybe they assume because mozzarella tends to be more of the most people make pizzas with mozzarella,
I guess.
and then the Kraft cheddar is just an extra little bonus.
All right, well, I'm gonna
My
put this
fear
over
is
here.
that this bread just looks like Play-Doh.
It looks like bad pita bread.
Yeah. Okay, so
All right.
here we go. The pizza sauce reminds me of the Squeeze pizza bottle sauce.
Yeah. It's not as sweet as I was expecting, though. I don't taste cheese.
You don't taste the cheese, and the bread is just very, like,
Dry.
gummy.
It's just not very flavorful.
It's interesting how for an extra cheesy pizza, I can't taste cheese.
It really just tastes like pizza sauce. It just tastes
Mhm.
like I'm eating a clay ball with pizza sauce flavoring.
I think the pizza sauce very much overpowers everything.
Yeah. I can say it's not as bad as I was expecting.
Uh-uh.
I mean, I wouldn't choose to eat this, but it was at least edible, unlike the chicken.
That's true.
Okay, now, I don't even remember what flavor airheads there were, so
Blue raspberry. They had
Oh,
a
I-
watermelon.
I did like the watermelon.
They had a
Cherry.
Cherry.
There's like a blue one, or was that blue
The
raspberry?
blue raspberry. The airhead is very hard.
How about you take one end and pull, and I'll take the other
Like
end and
taffy.
pull. Yeah.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's hard as a rock. I think it's lemonade.
Oh my god. I can't even. This is
I think
lemon.
it's lemonade.
I can't even chew into this. It's like cold and hard as ice.
Just stick it in your mouth and let it warm
I
up.
don't want it. I don't like the flavor. I'm not into it. All right, put it in the pizza box.
I don't want your scraps.
I don't. I'll put it in the pizza box. Blah.
So we're gonna move on to the second pizza.
Which is the extra pepperoni pizza.
No, it's just pizza with pepperoni. That's what
Sorry,
it is.
excuse me. It's the pizza with pepperoni.
So it's pepperoni made with pork and chicken and Kraft mozzarella cheese.
Okay, so this one is just mozzarella.
Yes.
Now, do you think we're going to run into a similar issue with this one where we only taste
I
pizza
think
sauce?
this one might be better because I think hopefully the pepperoni comes through.
I would hope so.
That's what I'm hoping for. It does remind me of pita bread that's sad and depressed.
It is kind of like sad little pita bread.
The pita bread didn't have any friends at school that day. need to sit by himself.
You know, pita bread, the star of the Hunger Games.
That is true.
I think you're using too much sauce.
Am I?
Because there's like 4 in there, aren't there?
It is. Here's what I'll say about these. As a kid, it is fun to make your own pizzas.
I mean, we really liked making bagel pizzas.
Right.
in
So
the
this
microwave.
concept of basically allowing the kid to construct the pizza themselves
Oh,
is pretty smart.
It is.
Same thing with the cracker sandwiches. The
Right.
chicken dunks, you don't have any fun.
Right, because you're making a little baby sandwich.
Yes. There's really not a lot of cheese for three
No.
for 3 pizzas.
I guess because they assume you're putting on pepperoni, and then also, can we talk about how in the image the pepperonis are not like the size of the pizza, but in
Pepperonis
here
are
it's
massive. These are
they're
full-size
massive.
pepperonis.
Yeah, for a pizza the size of the palm of my hand.
You can literally really only fit. I'm gonna fit 3 on.
Okay. Yeah, the cheese is very sparse. You gotta be
It's
sparing
supposed to
with
make
your
3
cheese.
pizzas, and it's really not a lot. Okay, here we go.
It's literally the same thing, except I have a slight hint of pepperoni in this one.
Again, I don't taste the cheese at all.
Mm-mm.
The pepperoni doesn't really have like
It doesn't have a strong flavor.
Usually pepperoni has a little bit of a spice to
I
it. It
think 'cause
doesn't
it's
really.
chicken. I think because it's more of
Maybe.
a chicken pepperoni. It's a very, very mild cured meat.
Mm-hmm.
You know me, I love a good cured meat,
That is true.
so it's fine. Maybe like slightly better than the double cheese because I do like cheese, but I didn't taste any of that cheese.
This one at least has a little bit extra flavor.
Okay, this is what I'm least excited about.
Really?
Nacho cheese dip and salsa.
This used to be my favorite as a kid.
But Hannah, it's cold.
I know, but I liked it.
If there's one thing I don't like, it's cold liquid cheese.
But the chips were so good. We also ate a ton of nachos tonight already.
Yes, we did, and they were going to be superior to this because they were crab nachos. Do you need help?
This is childproof. Oh, God.
You're telling me that looks good.
No. I said it used to be my favorite. I haven't had this in like 10 years. It's also not easy to open.
This is nasty to look at.
Shooting out at me.
That's what she said.
I would clap for that one if I weren't in the middle of opening a package. So I think we should do one in the salsa first. I imagine the salsa would be better.
I mean, it just looks like ketchup to me, but
It does have a little bit of a salsa taste. It's a very sweet salsa.
it's like the shitty salsa you can just get at Meijer, you know, that you plop out of a can.
When you get invited to a party and you forget you have to bring something, so you just
Yep.
run into Meijer and grab a can of salsa.
Wouldn't be my first choice, but edible.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the cheese.
These corn chips are not super great.
It's weirdly warm, like almost room temperature.
Why is it so salty?
It does have a little bit of a bite
Oh my
to it.
god, the cheese is so salty.
It's like kind of spicy, isn't it?
Oh, I don't like it. There's so much
awesome.
sodium. I can't do anymore. I quit. Gross. Okay, congratulations. We made it through all of the children's Lunchables, and now we get to palate cleanse with the adult version.
Some good ass.
Cheese and crack.
Yes.
So, to start, we are having the Hillshire pepperoni snacking small plates. Is your opinion that this pepperoni will taste better than the previous pepperoni that we had?
Yeah, because this pepperoni looks like pepperoni.
It looks like a good meat. A
And
good
you get some
uncured
nice
meat.
little, like bruschetta almost to
They
put it
do
on.
look like the type of crispy bread you would use in a bruschetta. What kind of cheese is this?
This one is white cheddar cheese.
Oh, very fancy. Now, to be cultured, I am just going to take one slice of hard bread instead of making a sandwich like a
Right.
child.
We're just gonna make a little topper.
As I would eat it as an adult when I have my cheese and crackers.
Right. That is the pepperoni taste I was hoping for. I just want to try the pepperoni by itself because interesting.
That was like 10 times better than anything we had had before that point.
That's good pepperoni.
Give me a piece of pepperoni. The pairing of pepperoni, white cheddar, and this crispy, crunchy bread all meshed really well. I
Yeah.
got flavors of everything. I got a good pepperoni flavor. I got a good cheese. I got bread. Curated well.
That's pleasant. Okay. So to end, we are doing the Oscar Mayer turkey and Asiago cheese, which I have had these before.
I might have had this specific one. Did you get this for us when we were going to Windsor?
Yes, I did. It might not have been this specific one, but it was this brand.
I actually bought a chunk of Asiago cheese relatively recently, and I was talking to someone about said Asiago cheese, and knowing me as an individual who cannot speak properly, I called it Asasiago, and then I got laughed at and made fun of for a while.
That pretty much sums up your life.
Yes,
I mean, I don't know how many times you've already mispronounced words just on this podcast.
many times, sadly.
I think my favorite was when you said tragically. You kept mispronouncing tragedy.
That's in the first episode, yes.
It was amazing.
It was a great time for everyone involved.
Okay.
Now that was the turkey and cheese crackers that I wanted.
Yeah, that's what I wish the turkey would have been.
The Asiago cheese was strong, but paired well. Crackers were Triscuit-esque, which I always appreciated, and the turkey was not slimy. So, win-win. Win-win-win.
Okay. Crackers all over my pants.
Me too.
Okay. So we are going to go through our rankings now.
Yes, we put them in order from worst to best.
Number 8 is the chicken dunks.
Oh, clearly the worst thing that we ate.
I don't know why. The ketchup wasn't even good.
It was very sweet.
It was
and
disappointing.
Also, it's cold chicken.
Yeah. Nothing more needs to be said. Number 7, I went with the nacho cheese dip and salsa.
Same.
The salsa was very cheap tasting.
It was like decently okay salsa, but not great. The cheese was just so salty and so gross.
It was weirdly warm, even though it had been in the fridge for the past 24 hours.
I've never been a big fan of like nacho cheese in general, like queso, thick, hot cheese. It's just not something I'm into. I like a nice hard cheese, firm to the touch.
That's what she said.
You know, one that'll just erupt with flavor in my mouth.
You're really looking for that eruption when you bite in.
Yes,
You want it to squeeze out.
of course.
Okay. Number 6 is the extra cheesy pizza.
Exactly what I did, because while it wasn't bad, I only tasted pizza sauce. Pizza sauce.
Yes, I also tasted that pizza sauce.
Pizza.
The
But
cheese had no flavor, so essentially when you're biting in, it's just sauce.
It's just like you're eating tomato sauce. And no one wants to just eat tomato sauce.
That is fair. Number 5, just because of the pepperoni, is the pizza with pepperoni.
Yep, number 5 for me was extra what was it called again?
Pizza with pepperoni.
Pizza with pepperoni. Only because I could taste a little bit of pepperoni, and then I ate the pepperoni off the pizza.
Yeah. I did number 4, the ham and American.
Same.
I think just because I'm not a huge fan of ham, slightly gives it a disadvantage to the turkey and cheddar crackers.
Also, the cheddar cheese was better than the American cheese.
That is true.
So, collectively, meat and cheese combo was just slightly worse.
Agreed. So turkey and cheddar for me was number 3.
Agreed.
I think out of the Lunchables, that's the best.
And that was my favorite when I was a kid, so
Right.
glad to say that it is still the best. If you are hunting a Lunchable down and you need to have a hankering for a Lunchable, turkey and cheese, cheddar cheese is the way to go.
Yep, it
Also
is.
get pretty good gummy worms.
Yeah, the gummy worms, I thought they were going to be gross, but they were pretty good.
They were not the super sour ones or super sweet. They were just kind of like the jelly candy, and I was like, cool.
To no one's surprise, our top 2 are the adult Lunchables.
Of course.
I gave the advantage to the Hillshire pepperoni small plate.
I did as well. The Oscar Mayer turkey and Asiago was number 2, and number 1 was the pepperoni. I think the pepperoni was, well, for one, it was really good uncured meat. The cheese and the like toasted cracker pairing were very nice, very enjoyable. I asked Hannah to save the rest of it for us for a later point in time, probably tomorrow when we want to be snacking. And although I like turkey and I like Asiago and the Triscuit-esque, there's something more satisfying about the pepperoni.
It feels more classy, more
It does feel more
adultish.
classy. It feels like Thanksgiving. You get about 8 or 9 different cheeses. You get your salami, you get your smoked meats, you get your 800 different crackers, and then you just build meat and cheese and cracker combinations. And that's what this felt like to me.
Yeah. So if you're going to go to the store, I would recommend not getting a Lunchable and getting one of the adult snack options.
We didn't get this one specifically, but every once in a while at Meijer, I will get a combination of meat and cheese and dark chocolate covered almonds that comes in a little adult Lunchable-esque pack. I don't know what the brand is, so I can't tell you, but you can find it in the section with the artisan cheeses, with like the produce and stuff.
Not the Lunchable section.
Not the Lunchable section, yes.
But yeah, so basically what we've discovered today is the best Lunchable is turkey and cheddar, but overall the adult Lunchables are just better in general.
Agreed, and I'm not surprised by this, as we found with our drink alcohol selections, the drinks that exist as mixed drinks would make the best mixer.
So basically what we've discovered is really nothing. We discovered what we already knew.
Now, I think maybe in the future we can take this further. I think we can look into frozen meals, get some kid cuisine accent in there.
Accent.
Kid cuisine action in there?
I did think about that. I also thought about Hot Pockets, pizza rolls,
bagel bites. Something of the sort. We could even get
snacks. Like I thought about
yeah,
that.
Childhood snacks.
We like to do the food and drink ones because we like to eat and drink.
We do like to eat and drink.
And
this
also, it's interesting though because I mean I haven't had a Lunchable in minus the one we had that one time.
We got Lunchables a couple years ago, specifically the turkey and cheese.
Right, but since then I haven't had some of these kinds. I mean, I haven't had the nachos ones probably over 10 years.
I don't even know if I've ever had anything besides cheese and crackers ones,
So
to be honest.
It's interesting for us to go back and experience these and just kind of see how much our palates have changed since then.
We've expanded our horizons.
Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah, thank God.
But yeah, so this was just a fun little...
SpaghettiOs.
Ooh, SpaghettiOs. Chef Boyardee.
Ragu.
Ooh, okay.
Easy Mac.
Easy Mac.
Although Easy Mac I ate in college, so it's not like
Yeah,
I
that's
was not
true.
eating it.
Last time I ate Easy Mac, I pooped 5 times in one day. So there's that.
Amazing for you.
Thank you. But going on, since I don't want to reveal any more personal stuff about myself, yeah, this was just a fun episode to look back at Lunchables.
We should have gotten some research on Lunchables.
You know what, I thought about that right before, like, because this is professional, that maybe we should have found out what year Lunchables were invented or why they were made. But we also are trash people. We do trash things. And sometimes we drop the ball. There was a That's What She Said joke to be had in there, I think. I just didn't set it up properly, which I'm a little embarrassed about.
Oh, here's our background. We're going to do it at the end. We're going out of order.
This is also from Wikipedia, our favorite website to use.
So Lunchables is manufactured by Kraft Heinz, which Heinz ketchup that did not taste like Heinz ketchup.
No.
And marketed under the Oscar Mayer brand. They were introduced in 1988, specifically in Seattle, and then they were released nationally in 1989, the next year. Hey, look, this is the one I remember. The Lunchables with turkey and American, well, this one's turkey and American, came with a Reese's cup,
Which was the best thing to get.
delicious.
I made a rule with Alyssa, if she sneezes more than twice, she doesn't get a bless you.
It's gonna be every time. Here, there are 26 different Lunchable combinations. Crackers, pizza, hot dogs, which we did, nachos, subs, which we saw, but we were already doing the crackers, so we decided not to, hot dogs, small burgers,
Oh my God.
and wraps. Can you imagine having to eat cold burgers?
You know, obviously Lunchables, they're more a convenience thing.
Yeah, for school lunches, the only time we had Lunchables is when we went on field trips.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Or even if we were going like on a road trip
road
and
trip.
we were going to stop at like a rest stop and just eat a quick lunch,
Right.
we would just grab like Lunchables. When we got older, you know, you just like make a sandwich basically.
right.
To be honest though, they're not that cheap.
They really aren't super cheap.
It would probably be cheaper just to make,
Mass make
buy
like sandwiches.
right. But I think for parents who are working a lot and just need something quick to grab for their kids, I can see the convenience in it there.
Yes, I can as well.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have any interest in ever having a Lunchable again.
Yeah, I don't need to. I like the adult versions much better.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lunchables walked, so adult Lunchables could fly. And I think on that note,
I'm gonna fly to the bathroom.
we should fly to the toilet because, my God, it's already going through me.
It's probably the crab nachos.
Yes, I'm just scared for what's to
It's
come.
a lot of dairy that you ate.
Okay, we're gonna stop. Alyssa's gonna shit her pants.
No, probably not.
Okay, I'm gonna go shit my pants.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Stay safe. Don't get eliminated. We would like to thank Joseph McDade for our intro music. He provides free music available for all kinds of creative use. The song that we used is called Sunrise Expedition, and you can find it and his other music on his website, josephmcdade.com. If you would like to reach us, you can email us at r3podcasts@gmail.com. That's R, the number 3, podcasts@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Instagram by searching Research Rank Repeat.